And that's because the station needs to be at the end. It's the best spot if it's at the end. So no one gets shot. It's only this guy. And then the joint plate has to be in the back. Because of how this works, it goes like this, right? We'll build a tile there first. Actually, can I just replace this? Because it doesn't seem like it allows me to do this. Yeah, I have to deconstruct it first. That sucks. That means the oxygen gets sucked out. Okay, so we will need the tile first. With the amount of radbolt you generate, why not go ahead and make radbolt rockets? I am. I just don't have the tech yet. And what's holding us back is I don't have a proper material study terminal. Because we have it outside, this actually will overheat eventually. And then just break itself. So I've repaired my material study terminal that's in the vacuum like a couple of times already. Or, well, I let it break fully, and then I just deconstruct, rebuild it. But now that we have the lab room, I could actually research. So that's going to be what we'll do now, getting the radbolt rocket. How about adding a conductive panel? I thought about it because we're running conductive panels right here. But I was like, you know what? I'll just move into a room. Oh, that means I could do this now. I forgot about this. This was supposed to be the play. Nice. So we're cooling down this tile, which will cool down everything else. Hopefully. The naphtha is still heating up everything inside because this is coming in hot. We can remove this tile now. And then this needs to go to the left. And then this is going to shoot along the surface. That means I need to make sure no one walks over here. Oh my god. Yeah, man. I can't have anyone walk up top. That's going to be pretty bad. That's going to be pretty bad. Ooh, copper. I'll take that for now. Yeah, I can't have anyone running up top. I'm gonna have to put a door here that no one could be able to open. We'll put it here for now. Oh, does this hit the door? Oh, crap, dude. Does that hit the door? Oh, that's bad if that's the case. Maybe we move up the reflector so they don't get hit. Maybe I have faith in the dupes and we just let them rock and hope that no one gets hit. That sounds like a bad idea, though. I mean, we'll just chance it. There's no reason to be up here anyways. Shoot down diagonal from the first one. Ooh, that's a great idea. Here. And then we get a square. Oh, and it's here. It's here. Alright, so if I go like this. That works. We get the rocketry here. Get the reflector. Like that. Yeah. And then we just remove the ladders. Cool. Diagonal, straight down. There we go. It's the dupe's fault if they get hit. Yeah, I know, right? But then it's going to be my responsibility to make a hospital. That's the only thing about that. Can I put a drywall behind this? Thank you. I mean, you're right, but at the same time, I gotta take care of them after they mess up. Alright, so this doesn't have to shoot that side anymore. Let's have this shoot straight up. And then this shoots diagonally. They can walk it off. Yo, I see you over there. They gotta walk it off, huh? That sounds tough. Alright, so we shouldn't need this anymore. Deconstruct this. No more rad bolts anyways. I need automation here now. Yeah. I will want to automate this. Wait a second. How does this work? This sends a... Outputs. Sends out a green signal when storage is full. Otherwise sends a red signal. Ah, I see. Okay. Green signal when it's full, that means I need a NOT gate. Yeah, it's useful. This is like smart storage. Yeah. It's like smart battery storage. It can be useful, though, to turn off the rad bolt generators. I guess we would do some jank setup to make this work. So let me get an AND gate. Like this. Here, here, here. And then it's like that. And then we need a NOT gate. And then this should be a simple setup. Oh, crap. There we go. There we go. That should be easy to set up. These reflectors are no longer needed. So this turns off the rad bolt gens once we're full. That's basically all it is. Yeah, 99 out of 10, it still sends. Yeah. See, now the good news is that if it sends down here, it's actually not that bad. Because if it goes through here, it doesn't hit a dupe. That's all I need it to work. I just can't hit a dupe and I'll be happy. Alright, let's send someone out. Crew change 1, 2, 3. That's good. We have rocket fuel. We're ready. Interior is fine. We have toilet water. We have food. Oxygen is actually amazing. So, let's go. We'll launch as soon as we can. Alright, so that's some chemical stairs. Got the jank rocket launch, but it works. It's like a Toyota truck pulling a caravan. That's what it looks like, man. It's one of those toy trucks that looks like it's hauling something a little bit too large for it. The cabin is below the rocket. That's strats, baby. We got the wagon, baby. We got the junk in the trunk. We got the wagon. You know what I'm saying, man? We got the junk in the trunk. Extra luggage. Nobody, nothing wrong with that, though. A little bit of extra luggage. Rocket glitch, yep. Wait, why is the engine at the bottom? Not at the bottom. So, when you swap the Spacefarer module to the bottom, the large one, you could just walk into it. So, if you land on a new planet for the first time on the surface, a lot of the times, what you have to do is you build a rocket platform, right? And then you have to build ladders to climb in. By having that at the bottom, you don't need a ladder anymore. So the moment you build a rocket platform, land, you could just board the rocket and leave. So you don't have to worry about carrying raw minerals inside your rocket ship, or you have to dig some up in order to actually reach your cabin. So it's very convenient for that. Of course, that's, very minor in the scope of things. Travel less since it's at the bottom. But that's really it. That's really it. And I love it because it looks funny. It looks pretty funny, man. Just saying. Oh, I have to do this here as well. Alright, so before we swap this, I think what we need to do is do this room. Okay, so this is 52. We're going to get a third one. And then we're going to get the power control station in here, but we don't turn it on. What I mean by that is we just take the microchips from this room and use it for the other ones. I wanted the smart battery outside. Make that out of iron. And then the watt cable, so we know how that was going to connect. Get the lead for the automation here. And then we'll have another set of natural gas up top. And then it becomes spacing. 52, 53. 53 minus 96 is what? 40... 43, right? 43. So 43 is around right here. That is nowhere close to the size we need. However, I could do 43 like that. And I could do even better by just putting some tiles in some other spots. Could put the door here instead. Which is not a bad idea. We will put the door in just so that we could have the room space a little bit better. Or we could lower down the mesh tiles. So we would just do this. And then deconstruct the mesh tiles up top. And then push everything down lower. This ends up being 40 tiles, because 39 plus 1. 41, and then we have more space up top. Yeah, it's probably the play. Let's do this. Remove the mesh tiles from here. So we want the mesh tiles because natural gas, they leak out the water, and we're just going to pump that out. Have a pump ready. So it's pretty convenient. This goes out into there. This is no longer rolling. I should just max this out. Alright, so another thing we need is the natural gas line to pump out. So what makes the most sense is we need to have a bridge. And I think that means we do a weird setup. You know, we're going to have a second pump. So I want to make sure we get the T a little bit early in case we need the volume. And we'll run it parallel. And then we could just go through this way into both intakes. And it's probably going to be similar. This is going to be a little bit weird, though, at this part. I might have to do natural gas, natural gas, natural gas, natural gas, natural gas, power control station, and then natural gas here. We'll have to change it all, though. But we need this to start tapping into the natty gas at 1 ton per tile, which is not a lot. I'm thinking about geotuning this. I am. It's just not a lot of resource. Need to geotune that, man. Need to geotune that. Alright, let's wait for the dupes to take care of business. Oh, dude, we need to start... Okay, so I think the strat here for this to work well is we need to bottle empty everything, but we need to move everything into this space so that we have an efficient pumping. And then we want to do 2 tiles so that we hold different types of liquids a little bit easier. And then we just drip everything else in. Yeah, the naphtha is having an issue with the density per tile and not spilling over. This is grams of water. It's not that big of a deal. We'll push that out. And then this could just spill over. I think we could even just mop this. Yeah, not bad. It's still filtering, so we still have time to take care of everything here. And then we're just going to turn this on every element so that if it's not pitcher pumping, you know, if it's a bottle, we just release it here. Should be fine. All right, so we're back to here. Natural gas here, here, and then we don't get this one. But it's exactly 2 tiles space so that we could get this one. And then we'll get the power control station here. This is made out of copper. All right, so this is 39, 40, 41. This is 55. All right, so I think we do this. I could move this down, and then we could remove this tile to get better transformer distribution. And we could technically get transformers in here as well. That could be pretty good. That could be pretty good. All right, so 41. This is 41, 68, 76, 78, 88. That's not bad. 88. And then we put doors here. 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. 9, so that's what? 2 transformers. So if I want to do it a little bit better, it should go down to 7. So it goes down to this. And then we have 7 tiles here, so that we get a ladder, and then we get 2 transformers. Huh, that does work. Run the wire underneath. So 41, 74, 74, 80, and then this is 16. Yeah, 96. Perfect. Nice, nice. So once we get this done, we need to set up the automation. So of course this goes up top as well, just like that. And then we need the pipeline distribution. All right, both of these. Yeah, we could cut this line out. We can actually jump into here from here now. And then we're going to have 2 pumps, so we're just going to future-proof it by having that pipeline split like that. Goes through, comes out. And then from here, it is a split like that. In case we need to have another gas line go through. Like maybe we run the hydrogen through that side instead, so that it's not as exposed. That's always an option. Okay, that's going to be good. Afterwards, we're going to redo the hydrogen. Oh, I need the heavy watt wires here. I didn't consider that. So it's going to be like this. And then we need a joint plate somewhere. Ah, this might drip onto this. Hopefully that's not a problem. Doesn't one pump feed 5 gens? It does, but we're going to have 6 gens. That's the problem. We're going to have 6 gens. Because you could fit maximum 6 generators with 1 power control station and still get the power plant room time. So yeah, you're right. It's true. It's true. Nitrogen not accounted for. Oh, I need to do carbon dioxide. That's right. That's going to be right here. We need to have a carbon dioxide storage. Need to make sure we got that. Need to make sure we got that. Alright, so this goes in like this. And then I want to go into here. I could put another bridge here. I don't know if I should, though. Only need the second pump if you run the gens a lot, IMO. I am. The natural gas is going to be my primary power source. Hydrogen is going to be secondary. And then, because of that, the hydrogen's also going to be going into the AETN. So 6 gens, AETN, that's a little bit more. And then this is just 6 gens. Now, yeah. I don't need it, which is why I have 1 right now. But I think if I want to future-proof, I should set up 2, so I don't have to think about it anymore. Just don't want to think about it. Hydrogen has to loop back. I don't want to bridge in to out. No, actually, it shouldn't matter. But I think it looks better if I do a bridge here. So that we just go straight through. Just kind of like that. Keep that a little cleaner. Maybe we even make it a little bit tighter looking. Just like that. We could do that here as well. Have this be really tight. Oh, I can't reach this. Oh, no, dude. This working? Not yet. I guess we want to set this up now. Where the transformer should be. Alright, let's cut this. Have this go back to the side so it still feeds into power. We're going to have to remove this transformer anyways right now and redo this very temporarily. And then move the transformer into here. And then have that be how we get to here. So this ladder, once we build the ladder up here, we're going to remove this as well. Which probably means this gets deconstructed. Alright, so how is my dupe in space? Stars map scanning. Doing alright, doing alright. Yeah, we have more star map to scan, which is fine. Gonna go to shower and then get to bed. Gotcha, gotcha, Zandroff. Hope you have a good one. Hope you also have a great Sunday ahead of you. Restful where it's easy, and dude, have a good one. We will see you next time. Be good, Zandroff. I see you over there. Alright, so this is 95.35. Okay, this is going to be the first one. Low threshold. This will be at 55%, and then the other one will be at 25. Wait, how did you get that itty-bitty base in space? Oh, it's a rocket. And we're just space scanning. inside of a spacefarer. So if you go into your rocket, you could get a upgraded spacefarer, which this is the starter one, which is small, right? So you go to your rocket, you build a new rocket, you get the engine, and then you want the spacefarer module. This large brick one is a little bit larger. Oh, you've never built a rocket? Yeah. So that's how you do it. You build a rocket spacefarer, and then you just telescope inside, like I am. And then you could telescope space, because you could just do it from inside the rocket. I discovered teleporters. Nice. Have you used it? Have you went to the other planet yet? Have you found out about the downside of teleporters? Nice. How are you liking it? How are you liking the other areas right now? Now, this is in line because I could just run in the airflow like this, which is pretty sweet. I did not realize there was a recharge delay. That was it. That was what I was looking for. That's the first thing that gets every new player when they play around with teleporter. Dude, there's a recharge? 3 cycles? Oh, man, dude. I'm stranded. I was trapped there forever. I know, man. The longest 3 cycles of your life. Classic Oni shenanigans, man. Classic Oni shenanigans. Hopefully no one died. Hopefully no one died. That's all I could say. Hopefully everyone's alive, man. Everyone's hanging out, having a good time. Oh, this is starting to solidify, which is fine. No more waste over here. This is a great sign. Sent them there in a spacesuit. Smart, smart. Good stuff, good stuff. That's the way to do it, man. Gotta have the spacesuit. 1, 2, 3. We could go this way. Spill out the wastes. From here, 1, 2. I could go here, and then I want to mine these 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will need a ladder here, which is fine. Get that mined out, and then trim this out, and then we mine everything from the bottom. Nice, nice. I tried to plan ahead. Yo, man, spacesuits are always good to have, though. They're just good to have. Alright, trip off all the liquids, no auto bottle, and then we will move the bottles into here to still move into the storage. Maybe we want to mop this up too, just to get rid of this a little bit. Ooh, not right here there, though. It's a little bit too skinny for us to fit in. You know what I think they should add to this game? They should give the dupes the ability to crawl. They need to give the dupes the ability to crawl. Like bear crawl through the 1 tile gap. Like they're Bruce Willis in Die Hard. You know what I'm saying, man? I feel like they could do that. They could be like crawling on the ground like a grub. I feel like that'd be pretty cool, man. Maybe that's just me. Take the mug root. Never perishes. It's also food. Alright, so these gens are still rolling. New planetoid, let's go. These are sedimentary. What's going on, Silent One? I see you over there. How are you? What's good? And how it is, man? What's going on? How's the weekend? How's the Saturdays? Oh, this is done. Let's go. Nice. Okay, so that means we get this to work. This is supposed to work like this. Alright, so this is on as long as I need the charge. Let's go, let's go. I'm good, Bang. And you? We're doing alright. We're doing alright. Expanding out the Baator base. Everything's going along swimmingly. Not a lot of problems. And that's a good thing because this map is supposed to bring nothing but chaos. So the fact that we're not having that many problems, it's a great sign. So, you know, we're taking it easy. Trying to explore Star Map right now. Finding some planets. And then gonna probably make some artifact rockets soon. Gonna want to try to get to rad bolts if I can. That's ideal. But yeah, man. Just doing the Onis. Having a good time. Can't complain, can't complain. Oh, this is done? Oh, this is actually done. Let's go. Oh my god, this is actually done. I can't believe it. It's been so long. I've waited for this for years. Oh my god. Have you seen Snowpiercer? The ending scene where with the child is what I imagine the dude be like if they're crawled. No, I haven't seen Snowpiercer. I haven't. Snowpiercer's the movie on the train, right? Like everyone's on a train or something. I've been in a funk for like 2 solid weeks. Just sat at my comp looking at the games. And I was like, nah. What type of game are you looking for, genre-wise? Is there any genres you're looking at? Is there anything like that that you're looking for, genre-wise? Oh, it's also a TV series. Oh, I messed up. I thought it was a movie. Oh, no, it's also a movie, right? Yeah, I see you. Yes, okay. Those Onis are not blue or red-skinned enough. Not enough horns. Oh, man, this guy, Mercury, talking about the Japanese Onis. That's a little bit different. Or maybe he's playing, Oh, no, the other game's called Ori. I'm sorry, I had that wrong. To be honest, I don't know what I'm looking for right now. Okay. I was gonna say, if you needed a game recommendation, I could try to give you one. But it depends on, like, what you're looking for. I don't want to give you something that's, you know, I might like, but you might not like it. Things like that. A lot of new games I want to play but can't borrow yet. Have you checked out Dark and Darker? I think I've mentioned it to you already. But there's a free demo out right now if you wanted to check that out. Whoa. Okay, I closed the doors. Okay, I thought I forgot. Nuclear waste. I wanted to check that real quick. No deliveries, so I could actually do the mop job. You call the duplicates Oni. I see you over there. They're not demons, though. They're not devils. They're cool. You're just trying to do their best to survive. Classic Oni shenanigans. They're just trying to do their best. I have tons of hours in Dad. Yo, Uglar Visk is a dad, boys. Let's go. Uglar Visk, how young is the child? Unless you mean Dungeons and Dragons. But when you say it like dad, it makes me think you're a dad, man. Been tempted, but also looks very frustrating. I had a buddy or two to play with, maybe. Gotcha. Yeah, I hear that. That's like a thing that you dive in with parties. It's D&D, yeah, right? The N, or the and sign. Oh, Dark and Darker. Oh, we were both wrong, Sergeant Amalis. This guy is talking about Dark and Darker. I messed up. He's just hungry. He wants some onigiri. I see you over there. I wish I could read that. I can't. Oh, we got a vacuum? Oh no, it's just everything's deleting. Okay, that's fine. That means this is actually probably a proper vacuum. Let's start crushing this. Napta. Gotta make the liquid lock here. And then this is not too hot, only around 200 degrees. It's addicting. Also, it's a good time. Good to hear, good to hear. Do you do it solo, Uglarvisk, or are you playing with a party? So we fill this up, and then I have the ability to add water into here now. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so we do technically have power, but we're going to remove it. And then we need to get water into the pipeline somehow. I don't want to use the water from this pipeline, though. Got any mods on? Yes. My mods list is right here. And then there's another mod that's not listed. Those are all the mods I'm using. I don't use a lot of mods. Very few. Hope that helps, Abdullah. Let me know if you have any other questions. Alright, Napta's moving in. We're going to move some water into the steam turbine so that they can start doing the thing at the bottom. And then I want to get a pipeline of liquid. But I don't want to pull a power line down here. I'd rather just pull a pipeline. How much do we have of water? 6,000, 2,000 of this, 4,000 of that. We don't boil naphtha. It's not hot enough. I don't really want to use water, but that might be it. It feels bad. It's gonna have to be water, I think. Alright, so... Oh, we have bathroom water. That's right. All right. I think we're gonna do the jank design. Mad jank designs. Mad jank designs. Okay, so that's the pipeline. The pump, then we'll put here. Direct line, just like that. This is gonna go here and here. And then we're just gonna add 1 bottle of water. Should be set. Should be set. You don't want to use water? Well, you ought to set the world on fire. Don't you think so? No, man. We can use salt water. You know how it is, man. Salt water. Salt water and regular water, although it's very similar, they could do a lot of damage if you don't have the right setup. You guys ever hear about parts of the world converting from clean water and toilets, and they're using salt water? You guys hear about that? Like, there's parts of the world that are making that change. Because it's like, oh, you're never going to drink that anyways. Just use salt water. But then the problem is like, the piping, it has to be different. Something weird like that. Like, because of how it is, the piping is, gets corroded faster because of the salt. Mercury was referencing a song I didn't know. Feels bad. Feels bad, man, when I don't get the pop culture references. You hate to see it. It's like, I thought I got it, and I didn't. Saltwater plumbing sounds like a terrible idea. I think they're doing it, because it's like, you don't have to filter it, and then it's like, you have so much ocean water, kind of a deal. Oh, did he go down here to grab something? That's not good. Alright, there's waste here we're going to need to start grabbing. Stripping already. 40 grams, not a lot. And then we need to just build this out, mine those out. And once we do that, I think it's going to be a little bit nicer for us. We could also try to just build a ladder here instead. That would save us some time. And then we just mine this out. 12 kilograms synthetic gas, not too bad. And I do want to mine this part. A little bit of corium's leaking out, which is fine. I know some housing complexes in Cologne used pre-cleaned gray water for toilets since the early mid-1990s. Oh wow, they actually had a system like that. That sounds like it. I mean, I don't know if it requires a lot of maintenance, but that sounds convenient. You see a fried egg? Oh, fried egg, fried egg, fried egg, fried egg. Is there something getting cooked that I don't know about? Is there something getting cooked that I don't see? Oh, we gotta sweep this, boys. Pakus, sweep only. Sweep the egg. I'm in, boys. Fry egg. Oh, I thought you were saying fried egg. I was like, what? We don't have fried egg in this game, only omelets. I was like, raw egg only becomes omelets, dude. What are you even talking about? And you're like, no, it's a fry. Oh, I see now. I see. My bad. Dude, man, it sounds the same, dude. It sounds the same. That's my bad, though. I will say that was my bad. Alright, let me get the transformers here, like we should. These are going to be like this. And then we have the heavy watts like that. Well, it might change into this layer, but we'll have to do that later anyways, because we want to have airflows here. And then we'll sweep that afterwards. Cool. We need to cut this line now for the carbon dioxide. Alright, now we need to make infinite spill storage. We're going to use crude oil. And then, what are we missing here? Oh, power consumers. I don't have a power joint here. I could go around, but I do need to connect them to the same power line. Maybe that's the play. So I do know we need to do this, right? That has to connect. We could do like a plate here, or a plate here. Plate here actually doesn't work. You can't overlap that. And then that's also a power socket. So I would have to put a plate here then. I think that should be fine. I have to put the heavy watt plate like this. Oh, they allow me to just place it. Nice. So we'll go straight down. Alright, that should be good. Oh, wait. Automation is pumping. Why? Oh, dude, this is too fast. I guess it's fine. They built a miniature water treatment plant there as part of the research thing. Reduce freshwater intake complex by 15% or such. Don't know if it kept up maintenance. But due to water standards, they could only cycle it to the toilets. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Ah, this is not supposed to be pumping. Yeah, there's a lot of polluted oxygen here, but I don't really mind it. I wanted to have a hydro sensor on this tile so that we do it off pressure. That's what I was hoping for. Get a layer here. And then we just pump it out as we need it. What's going on, Brainless? I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so this is connected now. So I think we could do this. And then this goes out. And then we could remove this transformer as well. We might not even need the levels here. And just have it done like this. The reverse transformers. Oh no! I did this wrong. I did this wrong. I just realized that I did it wrong. So the heavy watts are at the bottom because of what this is. This is a reversed transformer. Yeah. That's why. So then here goes like this. And then, yeah, the top line gets deconstructed. And then we have a bridge right here for the second one. Oh my god. Yeah, we'll have to do it like that. And then we have to do this. Because we're feeding in the power, not the other way around. Dupes are putting lots of liquids and CO2 oh, crap! Yo, man! I did not see that. I see you over there, Brainless. Thank you for letting me know. I totally saw that. Xandrov just needs to level up his strength skill. Yep. Totally legit. Alright, we need to make sure the automation's working. He just needed to work out, man. You know how it is. Alright, so... How much liquid is this? 14.5. Yep, that's fine. That's more than enough. Gray water is, in this context, any household water that's not black water. Black water is from toilets and dishwashers. Gotcha. Too much on the go, it's messed it up. Nah, we good. He got it to work. This is CO2 storage now. We're fine. Alright, so this is going to be the first line of power. While that's like that, we could deconstruct everything else for the hydrogen and make that work a little bit better. We're going to deconstruct the smart battery here because this is off the grid anyways. And then if that's the case, you have no green signal. So all the hydrogen generators should be disabled as a result. And then we're going to reorganize this room as well. Let's hope the storage doesn't crack the walls. This won't. These will be indestructible. We got the strongest materials known to man. Kappa. Kind of, not really. How is your airlock working without liquids touching the top tile? New cheese? Which one? Which one is it? Which airlock are we talking about? Are you talking about the vacuum locks here? The stack of air containers. Ah, so this is a vacuum lock. So a vacuum lock, if you're not familiar with, is, yeah, it's a vacuum in the middle. So it's not a cheese, it's just a vacuum, right? So the middle tile is always unbreathable. And normally you have to use something heavy. So it's either going to be naphtha or crude oil. I'm using naphtha, and naphtha is good because it's more mass per tile before it spills over. You know, this is in kilograms, which is pretty pog. Crude oil locks are at grams, right? 300 grams. Sleepy cat? Yeah, man. Mambas is as strong as neutronium. That's why they're the same color. That's why they're the same color. Mamba's just as strong as neutronium. But yeah, the vacuum locks. You can see the heat transfer doesn't happen this way. This is at 100, this is at 30, this is at 38. So the respective rooms basically don't have the heat transfer there because I don't have a tile of liquid in the middle. So this is probably your most optimal lock, assuming you don't move items in and out. Because you could move something that's hot and boil it, but, you know, for the most part, naphtha boils at 500. So hopefully we don't get anything that hot running through. Got that backwards. Neutronium is as strong as Mamba. Hey, I see you over there, man. I see you over there. All right, so we got the power plant. We're not going to do that yet. Smart battery's gone, so let's do this. This. I think we calculated the rooms already. 45, 46. That's 91, 93. Yeah, so that means we would have the doors right here. Move the heavy watt wire out. And then we want the joint plate up top here. Oh, the generators in the way. Move these generators as well, because we need to. Alright, time to get a more efficient power line. And then after we do this, we could start getting transit tubes, which is probably going to be pretty good for us. Transit tubes are always a good time. Transit tubes are always a good time. Alright. So generator 2, 3, 2, 3. This was going to be the power control station over here. And then we're going to get another door. Of course, the power cable's in the way. And then, of course, there's a smart battery over here. Door. I guess we put the smart battery just right next to it. And then we need the watt plate up top. And then we need the power cables going along backwards. And then the automation. This is great. We just need to remove these. And then we need the power wire from here. Remove this segment. We get a door. Nice. Is there new stuff like gas or liquids in the mod? Yes. Have you seen this before? Helium? This is probably the easiest example. We have helium. Have you heard of synthetic gas? We have a new gas element right here called synthetic gas. We have another element right here called mercury, which is kind of pog slide. This is pretty cool. Look at the temperature range of mercury. -38 to +356. And this is a metal ore in liquid form. This is so weird. We also have another element called electrum, which is a mix of gold and silver. And then we have something called fool's gold. When you look at this, what's the first thing you see? Gold, right? Yo, guess what? That's not gold, that's pyrite, baby. Also known as fool's gold. You got baited, fam. So pyrite actually is iron. Pyrite is iron. So if you go to the metal refinery, pyrite refines into iron. Also, pyrite ore does not give you overheat properties that gold does. So we do have gold mixed in. Gold gives you +50 overheat. Pyrite does not. So it looks like you have a lot of gold here, but it's only a few nodes. Everything else is pyrite. It's kind of wild, man. It's kind of wild. What else do we have? We have mercury. We showed that to you. Electrum, naturally spawning glass. Wolframite, we know about that. Mercury, oil, clay, sedimentary rock. We had an element called crushed rock. Do we have that anymore? Crushed rock. It's a refined mineral that normally you wouldn't see. Doesn't look like we have anymore. Crushed rock. It's basically like sand that falls down, but it's called crushed rock instead. We also have crushed ice, which is the same thing as snow. Crushed ice right here. And then, is there any other resource we found recently that's a little bit different? You naturally get liquid oxygen, because this is -200 degrees. My ice biomes are extremely cold. And then the magma biomes are around 2,000 degrees. I don't know, man. It gets really hot. This is a vacuum. We have naturally occurring sour gas at 200 kilograms per tile. 2,000 kilograms per tile of steam at 160. It's cranked up Oni, dude. But I think it's fun. I think it's fun. Like, if you're an experienced player and you want to have that feeling of being helpless again, this is a good time. It sounds weird to say that, but it's kind of a good time. Does Electrum give a bonus? I'm actually not sure. We can check it out. Electrum, look at the data. Oh, this got removed. For the most part, looking at the properties, doesn't do anything special. Suitable for building power systems. So it's probably used for making wires, but it doesn't look like it has anything special about it. Does it have overheat? Conductivity and SHC are actually not that great. Radiation absorption factor is also pretty low. It looks like kind of like lead, except that it's not as low melting point. Not sure though. Thank you for the mod. I love it. Hope you have fun, man. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh wait, I should solidify between -38. How cold was that mercury? Oh, this mercury is at 150 degrees. 200 degrees, 190. So yeah, it does freeze at -38, but it's, you know, it's liquid mercury. Classic stuff. Is there aluminum? I have an aluminum volcano right here. Hey, Sir Dart coming in with the 9 months. Thank you so much. Hello, just letting you know I'm enjoying your Baator stream. Thank you so much, Sir Dart. Appreciate the support. Glad you're enjoying. And of course, you already know this. Let me know if you have any questions. I will be happy to help. But of course, enjoy the emote D20 does ad free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. You know what it is. Appreciate the support. What does Mercury do? We don't know. I think it's just going to be a new element that we can't use. Right? Because I think we could solidify it, but there's no database entry. So I don't know if anything weird happens. But for right now, I don't know. We haven't gone to that point yet. Grandpas, hope you're doing well though. How are you? Welcome on in. And of course, happy Saturdays. Hope you're having a good weekend, good sir. Alright, let's check out the space. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're fully scanned. We're actually fully scanned. Area complete. Alright, it's time to go home. We have 2 cycles to make it back. Okay, we just got to make sure we're there. Wonder if it would crash the game if you solidify. I'm a little bit worried about that, to be honest. I'm really loving all the asteroid background colors. Yo, dude, it's nice. It's even... There's a mod that changes that to Opalani. A little bit weird, but you can make the background look really cool. The planet is crazy. Yes. But that crazy stuff, it's why it's fun. That crazy stuff is why it's fun. Alright, so the hydrogen line got more or less completed. We got to reroute some of the pipelines. Aesthetic mods, yes. There was an aesthetic mod that I wanted to play with next that changes all the background tiles to black. And then it looks like there's no background and it looks like you're just playing on a star map. I saw that background tile, like that looks pretty cool. It looks like everything behind us is space. So I want to get that for one of my playthroughs. Yeah, it feels like it's going to be pretty cool. I don't know. That's just me, though. Alright, we're going to do this. We don't need that much water in here, to be honest. Maybe we put this here, too. Enable auto bottle. Just grab the water. Drip it off. We don't need that much. We just need to put a bottle or two so that we could start doing the steam turbining and cooling down everything here that's hot at 175, 160. So we accumulated all the resources in this room, dropped it on the floor, and then we're just going to steam turbine cool it down. So that's going to be the strat over here. Going to fill it up with some water. Since we're in a vacuum, it's not going to boil anymore. So good stuff, good stuff. That also means I probably get rid of this. Oh, and this is done. We have a liquid lock. A little bit of CO2 inside. I could delete that. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to clear out the top half of this. With the reason being is that we're just going to stick some steam turbines up here. We're just put some steam turbines here, and we're going to cool down. Well, we're just going to take the steam. And actually, we should drip it back. We should drip it back. I was thinking about not dripping it back. But we should. We should. Good to keep me below 356. Mercury is very potent medicine against illness. Quality. Dude, quality. You say quality 2 times. I hate that word. I can't say it save my life. Quality. Yes, quality. I'm just saying quala and then quality. Is that actually how you pronounce that, man? It's so hard to enunciate. I feel like I get it wrong every time I say it. Alright, I also think that means we could seal this up now. All right, there's a weird thing I wanted to do here. So I want to see if I could do this now. Actually, it kind of be like that. No, it had to be like this. And then we deconstruct that. Call a quali. Call a quali. Call a quali. I'm in, boys. I got it. Did I get it? I don't think I got it. But I'm going to take it. Qual a quali. Alright, we're going to remove that pipeline as well. Probably keep it inside the insulated tiles. So let's remove the top and we go to the left like that for any of the saltwater pumping out. Qual a quali. I hate that word, man. Real talk. Alright, so we're going to extend. There's no tile here, so we go straight up from here. Okay. Yeah, I have to Google say it for me, dude. I can't say it. It's such a struggle. It's honestly such a struggle. Feels bad, man. Alright, so this is cold enough. How's the pipes? 23 degrees. The loop is working, because everything here is pretty warm. Not so much on the warm side, or hot side. Mama Wolf, nice to meet you. I've heard of this game and seen a few streamers play it, but I haven't played it myself. But when I have seen this game, it does look very interesting, I must admit. If you like science, if you like colony management games, this is a great game. For the most part, I will say that you have to be okay dealing with the things on the periodic table of elements. And if you did have a lot of interest in science class, one of the biggest things about this game is the thermodynamic system. You have to do a lot of heat management because heat in this game is actually how you induce state change. Something like water could actually be frozen and become ice or heated up to become steam. And depending on the type of situation you have, you don't know which one you're going to need. So of course, a lot of the times you would have to manage the resources well so that you could have the resource for every situation. In that regard, there's no game like this game. Honestly. There is no game like this game when it comes to a colony management game and a thermodynamic sandbox. So, of course, you have to provide your normal self food. You have to make sure you deal with stress, deal with sickness. And, of course, you need to have oxygen. So we want to have a lot of breathability, a lot of oxygen for the dupes to breathe. So we have to produce that. We're producing oxygen right here. But for the most part, oxygen, we're using a building to electrolyze water, H2O, right? H2O, H2O2, and we separate that into two separate molecules. Or we separate the molecule to two separate entities of the periodic tables. I don't know which one's the right word for that, but we do that. So H2O becomes H2 and O2, and then we separate that, and then we could breathe oxygen. So you do that, and then you have to manage temperature. Because of how things like planting work, so you could grow crops in this game. The different crops have a different temperature range, so a lot of the times, temperature ties to your food and also your resources state of matter. But yeah, honestly, great game, and it's also a little bit more confusing when you haven't played it yet. A lot of the times, at least when I started following this game, I didn't understand what was going on until I played it myself. And it wasn't until I played it myself that I started to understand like why it was amazing. Right? So I would recommend checking out the game, playing it first. If you already are interested and you haven't even played it yet, it's probably even better for you to check it out yourself. Because you have the interest, right? If you have the interest before even playing it, and a lot of people that I know don't have the interest before watching it because they just can't follow along, that means you're already a couple steps ahead. Not to say that, you have to play it, but it'd be pretty fun. I would recommend it. Of course, if there's any questions you may have about this game, let me know, as I'd be happy to help. Mercury vapor is a prime toxin, to our knowledge. Managed to kill pretty much everything, turning it to a poison. Yeah, I heard about that, man. And it's crazy that, I think it was, 40 years ago? It was kind of common to have people playing with mercury. It's kind of weird to have actually hear about that. Is every starter map guaranteed to be self-sustaining with enough tech? Guaranteed to be self-sustaining? So here's the thing about that, Firebat Bob. It is to a certain degree. You could self-sustain in every colony, assuming you don't overpopulate. if that makes sense. So, of course, each planet has limits, and those limits are going to dictate how many people you could actually sustain. Is it guaranteed to self-sustain with enough tech? Yes. Enough knowledge, enough tech, you could sustain, no problem. However, the number of dupes or the number of people in the colony is going to be what matters. So, you know, more people, more labor. You get more building, more people to build, more people to move, you know, debris, store resources, you know, tend to the animals, whatever you're doing for your colony. So, although it's possible, it's going to change whether or not you can take as many people or not. For some reason, harbor seals handle liquid mercury well, though. Must be because they could deposit the flatty blubber and forget about it. Oh, dude, man, the animals got the tech sometimes. I have a science joke. A neutron walks into a bar and asks, how much for a beer? And he says, for you, no charge. Yo, because he's neutral. I see you over there, Mama Wolf. I see you over there. Mercury liquid is rather safe, as long as it doesn't enter the body. The problem is the vapor. Should challenge a dupe, legit, to do a one dupe colony? No, I've had many people recommend that to me. I just know that it's going to be a horrible time, so I don't want to do it. Would you guys want to sit here in a live stream and watch me stare at the dupe do research? Yeah, we need research. We got to wait for the progress bar to tick up. And we're done. Okay, guys, that's it for today's stream. You know, like, I don't want to do that, man. Like, that just sounds gross. In a YouTube video where you could hyper speed through the boring parts, that's more feasible. But on a live stream, that's not possible because it's going to be so slow. It's like watching paint dry, literally. There is a YouTube Let's Play, yeah, but it only worked for the YouTube format. Playing a live stream version of one dupe challenge is insane. Like, everyone's gonna leave the chat. No one's gonna want to be here with me. And it's like, sorry, legit, this shit is boring AF. I'm out. Peace. You know what I'm saying, man? It's like, I can't even hate on the front. I'm like, you know what, man? That's perfectly fine. I'm not even mad if you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like Mark Cuban from the Shark Tank. And for that reason, I'm out. Peace. And then he just leaves the room. It's kind of like that, man. Oh, we doing a one dupe room? Hey, man, for that reason, I'm out. Gotta go to a different channel, man. I'm just saying. You guys can challenge that to me all you guys want. I don't want to do self-suicide like that. And at that point, I'm just going to assume you're trolling, to be honest. Now, of course, I could also say put your money where your mouth is. If we have enough incentive to do the one dupe run, we'll do it. But, you know, the incentive is going to be a little bit pricey. One dupe challenge, play with as many as you want, but one of them becomes a king. So does that mean he's always idle? Does that mean he's always idle? I lose that immediately, Mercury. I spawn in 3 dupes into a room. Immediately lose. I immediately lose if that's the goal. Do you have a system that can handle a 100 dupe challenge? I've done the 100 dupe challenge before, yes. I've done that multiple times. And it's not hard. It ends up having to do with a lot of ranching. If you know how to ranch properly, it becomes easy to do a lot of food. And then oxygen is dependent on if you have enough water resources. Steam vents, water geysers. If you have enough water, you have enough oxygen. Food, you could normally scale up with ranching. It's usually not that bad. But outside of that, it's a lot of the times scaling up the production so that you could, you know, fulfill everyone inside. It's really not that tough, though. And I don't think you need to have a set design. You can kind of wing it and still get the same effectiveness. One dupe per planetoid? That's the same thing. The 100 dupe challenge is only challenging if you have the 100 before a certain date. 100% agree with that. 100% agree with that. I don't know. I'm thinking about giving the one dupe a fancy private bedroom, shower, bath, while all the others get cheap stuff. I mean, that works, but wouldn't the king also be idle all day because you shouldn't have to work? That's what I'm thinking. Shouldn't he not have to work? Isn't that the strat? He just chills. But yeah, I'm not gonna be down for the one dupe challenge in any form of that. It's just it's slow, dude. I don't want to ruin my stream channel. I'm sorry. Like, I already know I play a little bit on the slow side, but that's unbearable that I can't even bear that. And I'm already streaming a little bit on the slow side, chill side. So it's like, if I can't deal with it, man, and it's a live stream, I don't know who else will be. And actually be successful with it. What about a colleague trying to use as many sweepies as possible? I mean, I guess you could do that, but what would the win objective be? You gotta have a win condition. We could just get as many sweepies as we can, but if it's, you know, we don't have a... Dude, you're not wearing a suit, dude. How are you doing this? What the hell, dude? I need you to go back inside. How come no one is putting the suits back? Oh, does everyone leave this way? Yeah, that's probably why. And they come back this way. Got the grub chilling on the water. What about Colony trying to use his mace suit? Yeah. There's Dwarf Fortress. Once you have more than 50 dwarves and manage to get the crown. I'm so confused. I've never played Dwarf Fortress, so I really just don't know anything about that. Alright, so we don't need this anymore. We have enough water. We have enough power, too, on the battery. So we just gotta get the water in. Hello? There we go. Alright, let's get some steam in. We probably have a little bit too much water anyways. And then I gotta turn this off. So that we don't crush the steam. This is a vacuum anyways. Alright, we're actually good. We don't need to do this anymore. And we should probably cut the power. No, don't run on it. No, stop. No, stop. There we go. Did not need you running on that right now. Alright, so this needs to heat up so that the steam turbine runs and drips back in. And we're good. We just gotta wait for this to cool down now. Good stuff, good stuff. We have some spillage here from the side. No one's moving the waters into here yet, which is fine. We should probably have this on a high priority, though, because now they're having some problems. Alright, alright. We want to spill this into here, pump it out, just do the thing. Filter everything out. This should be ethanol. If we ever have it, I should just put it into here. Okay, so how's the power control station? Is this good now? So we're going to use lead for this. Classic lead. Priority 9. So this shouldn't be used all the time. Oh, yeah, that's priority. Okay, not this. It's here, actually. And it's because, yeah, it's because, oh, this is on the automate. Oh, god damn it. I need to do this. This needs to get... This is disabled, dude. Disabled by automation. That sounds like RimWorld, man. That's the Over the Mercury. It sounds like the royalty thing. Royalty DLC. Yeah, it is, it is. RimWorld was based off of Dwarf Fortress. Yeah. 100% right. Oh, I'm spilling the oil. Okay. We need to mop this. We need to mop up that. Mop this up. I need to make sure we priority we need to mop this part. Mop this. We keep that drop there. Yeah, we need to mop all that. So now we need to pump this. I want to just do it here. Plastic vents. And then we need a little bit of juice. Shouldn't be too bad. I am, dude. I need to mop it up. I don't want that to get to the fishes, because all the fishes are going to die. No, they're not going to die, but, you know, the water's going to flip-flop. It's going to be a pain. Alright, so this is weird. We're doing a one-drop block here, so I could vacuum out the tiles. That's all I want to do here. And then we could seal this up with insulated tiles, and then have this be really nice. Alright, so are we back? We are. Oh, we need to close the doors, dude, before we get a meteor shower damage. Alright. How's the tech? Oh, yeah, we just need to do tech. Priority... Let's have this be priority 9, because it is research. We do need the research to be done ASAP. Alright, cool. Not bad. Alright, so this is ready. Let's get started with this. This is done. So, I need ladders. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's here. Going straight across. And then we deconstruct that, mine this out. Water is going to be fine. And then we want to do a 2-tile dig. And then we'll dig out the ceiling after we're done with the ladders. Nice. It's occasions like that I occasionally put lips on my ladder and shafts. I should too. There is benefit to that. There is 100% a good benefit to that. I should as well. Oh, these don't even have... there's no gas line for that. But for me, I don't have the lips because I want to have maximum travel time. I really should, though. Really should. Alright, so I don't think I have to worry about my food anymore, even though I don't have a lot of meat. A lot of hatches, but they should be dying soon. Alright, so now that we have the rooms here, I think we're going to start doing something a little bit weird. It should be here. One private bedroom. Double hallway. This is going to be a private bedroom for someone. And then we'll make proper luxury barracks here. Oh, I don't need this anymore. Yeah, so the wheel here is done. Same thing with the jumbo battery. Actually, we'll keep this, so we just keep the research. And then let's remove this. And start putting the plastic beds in. Oh, we need to make these auto doors so that the shine bugs don't go inside. Oh, we got the new beds. Let's go. Gotta alternate between the bed types. Gotta change those as well. Alright, so... what do we need for the private bedroom? Decor, back walls, and then comfy bed single. Okay, that's fine. So let's give them the bouncy bed. Let's clean this up. And then let's get them the room bonus. Decor item. What do we got? Let's go for... oh, let's go for a painting. That's probably pretty good. Just use the gold for that. And then... double flower pots? Maybe we give them statues? Statues are a little bit too much. I'd rather have flower pots, I think. But I want the arrow pot. That looks a lot better. And then let's give them the drywall. Let's give them the sunshine paint. Let's go. Sweep up these rooms as well. Okay, so that's 4, 8, 9. Do this. That's gonna be how much? 12, 13, 17, 21 dupes. So then we have to have more rooms still. Oh, yeah, that's fine. We'll alternate here. Name the dupe Napoleon. No, man, the dupes are already named. Dupes are already named. I can't rename a dupe just for the room. Can't do that, man. Can't do that. Whoa. Dude, what are you doing? You don't have a suit on, man. That's illegal. You need to stop. Jesus Christ, man. This guy... Oh, please don't suffocate, man. Toasty surroundings, eye irritants, popped eardrum. Yep. That's gonna be a problem, man. It's gonna be a problem go in here without the suit on. Yep. Okay, that's probably a sign for me to actually have to do this up a little bit different. Diachronic, man, I'm trying to save you, buddy. You need to stop breaking the rules, man. Just saying. We just need to stop breaking the rules. No, there's no such thing as a no-suit access point. We have a checkpoint, but the checkpoint is glitched out at the moment. Sometimes the duplicates are able to leave the checkpoint, even though they don't have a suit on. And it happens because dupes like to idle on the checkpoint, which is pretty bad. I don't know why. What's going on, Yogun? How are you? I see you over there. Welcome on in. Hello, hello. No exit. I probably do want to sweep the area, though. Get the plastics. Alright. This probably means I should remove these beds and get the proper ones. Idle dupes are the devil's plaything. I hate idle dupes, man. They should change how that works. Alright. I am going to replace this with solids and then put an airflow underneath where the vent should be. And I am going to have more suit docks here. Let's get 16, 20. One more. And then we have one here once we're done. Big Oni fan must have came in with Echo. Yes. Echo rated us a moment ago after he played Project Zomboid. So, yo, welcome on in. Let me know if you have any questions. We are playing on a modded colony right now called the Baator Mod. And, yeah, there's a lot of things that you're probably not, you know, normally seeing. Like, you might wonder, hey, what's that red gas? Oh, that's helium. Yep, that's totally normal. What's the Baator Mod? It's a custom world gen that someone made that's basically Oni on steroids. And there's basically the map is generated with a lot of traps everywhere to kill you. So one of the early traps we ran into was a single gas bubble that was like 9 tons of CO2. We almost suffocated, but you know, it's not a big problem. We were able to tough it out and not suffocate. But yeah. It's a map with traps. We're looking at a trap right now. Yeah, you know what kind of trap this is? If you had to guess how much liquid is in this tile. On all 6 tiles, there's 6 tiles here, right, of liquid. How much would you want to say? How much liquid is in here? If you had to guess. Remember, right, this is all traps, right? 10 kilograms each. This is liquid. This is liquid. Liquid goes up to 1,000 kilograms per tile. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that before. 1,000. Oops. So 1,000 kilograms. That's 1 ton. Abdullah says 5 tons. Are you guys sure? This is supposed to be a trap. Captain Moeller with a good guess. 50 to 60 tons. 13 tons each from Gridstop. This is... Let me pause. Alright, so with those, the person that's the closest is actually Captain Moeller. Captain Moeller is the closest. There is 43 tons per tile of naphtha. And of course, this is naphtha, so the color is purple. So each tile has 43,000 kilograms. I accidentally had one break on me earlier, and we had all of the naphtha spill into here. So this was a previous bubble, but this was, I think it was 1 bubble. That one up top was 6 bubbles. So we have all the naphtha in here in an infinite storage. I need to relocate this because it was right here, and I made it spill into this. I made the airflow tiles everywhere. Airflows can't be broken by tile pressure. So I made a design so that it could break and then spill out. No, I've done it already. So it's actually easy. And you know what, guys? Just for you, I will break this to show you guys how it's done. If you guys want me to, I can. I'll break this to show you how it's done. And you were worried about losing naphtha in space? I was, dude. Come on. You gotta be efficient. Yeah, single pump's gonna take forever. The best way to do it is I need to make a spill path into this pocket. So I need to build airflows here, seal up the left side where the ranches are, and then have the naphtha spill into the pocket and spill into here so that it could spill into our water sieve. So I made a giant water filter right here. Crude oil, petroleum, naphtha, water, pea water, salt water, brine, ethanol. And we filter out all the different liquids, and we have pitcher pumps access. So it's infinite pressure storage. This is never going to max out. And then we could pitcher pump every liquid that we want. And that filters from this single pump down here. So this single pump pumps all the liquids. This is a mixed water tank, or was. And then, yeah, we drip out all the other stuff here as well. And then it goes into here in storage. And then we go through our 10-watt filter design. And it just filters through everything. So far, it's so good. Everything is separated. And then if we have enough in the storage, we could start using it on the pitcher pump. That's how I'm actually going to be filtering out all the liquids in my map. If I find a new liquid element, we'll just add another tank over here. But yeah. Completely entombed his teleport. It was awesome. Oh yeah, it's true in the very beginning. It entombed it. Waste stun. Can't waste, man. Can't waste. Do it. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll crack into the naphtha design. Hey, appreciate it, Yogun. I broke my naphtha 1 tile too many and lost 2 tiles while trying to get it back to 3 tile wide. And then, boom. It broke the tile. Now you have more tiles. The map is great. Glad you're having fun, PB&J. The chaos is what makes this kind of like a little bit unique. But yes, if you guys didn't know, when you have too much liquid pressure, you need to keep your tiles 3 tiles thick. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter which 3 tiles you have. It could be triple fertilizer, triple sand, one of the weakest tiles in the game. And the benefit is, if you have 3 tiles, it's indestructible. Meaning that your liquids will never be able to crack the tiles. That's an alternative to having airflow tiles, which are also indestructible when it comes to liquid pressure. So by doing it, by doing a proper dig like this, you could avoid this breaking on you. And then what you would need to do is do a controlled spill. So you would have to make sure that it spills in a certain direction and then make it like loop into itself so that it could spill into an infinite storage. We could try to do that right now by breaking this one, and we'll show you guys. Alright, so let's try to think about this. We want the liquid spill to go left to right. And then, of course, we'll probably have to have a layer of airflow here so it doesn't break my insulated tiles. I wish I could just put an airflow. Yeah, that's all you need to do. Put some airflows in. Have an easy time for that. So I think we're going to have a controlled spill from the top. So we're going to have this here. And I think we're going to have to line this up like that. This is going to allow us to force a spill through this bottleneck. Scalding. Where is this? Oh, dude, you got to stop going into the freaking hot zone. These guys. Wear a suit, dude. Why can't you wear a suit? This is way too hot, man, to be butt naked. Y'all need to stop that. Alright, let's get the background buildings, or just the buildings here. And get a suit checkpoint. Get the power line extended. Let's get the pipeline extended out. I gotta relocate this. So this is gonna go here. Can I even reach that? Oh, I probably can't. And then I need to go like this to get into here. Tiles equals time. Oh yeah, I see you, I see you. Yeah, man, all you needed was the airflow. Alright, so we want this to spill back this way. Will that work? Alright, so we know we need a 2-tile gap right here. Because we need to have the pump right here. No, we have to spill it to the right. Oh, yeah, it's true. I'm so glad I found the Oni community. It's nice, man. Oni community is great. Oni community is great. A lot of helpful people. And the game in and of itself, amazing. The amazing game is what makes the community great as well, though. Oh, I gotta... No, we trapped the water inside the airflow tile. Alright, let me try to fix that. Let me try to sweep this as well. Printables. Let's grab the Draco. Let me make sure my rockets are okay. Everything looks fine. Alright, cool, cool. Alright, so how do we want to do this? We also want to mop this. So there's going to be a spill design. We have about 5 tiles of space. So I want to prototype something. It's going to be like this. And then we have a tile. This is 5 tiles of space. So this comes out. I want to have 2 tile gap. That's correct, right? Yeah. So it breaks out from the top. So technically it's like this. This is 3 tiles. So we want that to spill off in a direction. I probably line this up so that it doesn't break. So that means I might do a reverse spill like this. And then we would cap it off. And then just seal this up with airflow. And then I'd probably want for the bottleneck right here. And then these 2 would be gases. Yeah, that would work. Yeah, that's going to be the prototype design. So we just got to sweep this out, put the airflow there. We have the wall right here. And then 2 tiles space, we get another airflow. After that, airflow gap, which is fine. Get the door right there so that it doesn't break. We need this door so it doesn't break. And then we need a pump over here to start moving the liquid slowly after we're done. Probably just grab iron. Gases are going to be important. We'll deal with that later. And then I would probably want to have a bottle emptier right here. I need to get naphtha on this tile. And then once we get that, we're done. We're actually just going to be done. So that's going to be pretty sweet. The only other change I need to make to this is probably here. I need to make this into a door so I could go in and out, which probably means I need a ladder right here. Because I need to be able to climb down. Actually, no, 3 tile gap. I could just climb from here. And then I need to make sure that that's right on top of this. This is removed. Yes, and that means the tile next to that is also lower. And a solid tile. Okay. Remove both of these. Alright, once we get this done, we'll show you how the spill design works and make it into an infinite spill storage safely. A lot of the times, it's advanced maneuvers. Checking out some of the other spots really quick. This is cooling down. Good stuff, good stuff. We're just letting the power just kind of burn off. We just want to cool down the area. Going into here, the ladder's done. Okay, we can trim this finally. We can mop up the other liquids in the area. Because it's spilling out from the side anyways. Where does this come from? Where did the water come from? It should be fine either way where it came from. Okay, we have waste on this side. We want to trim this. And then I do want to do that. We want the waste to come down, and then we want this to blow up. Yes, that's weird. I want the waste to blow up so we can start pumping it from here. 100%. 80 grams. Let me mop that and try to grab that. Same thing over here. And then I'd probably want to get the pitcher pumps again. We'll probably keep them low. Pitcher pumps are going to be the easiest way to guarantee nuclear waste. What I mean when I say that is nuclear waste pops out of the container. So if we mop it up, it's not going to help us. I never actually set up the automation here. This is going to be set to above 500 kilograms. We'll let that accumulate. And I'm hoping to get a layer of polluted water. Nice. Good stuff, good stuff. Microchipping. We got the NG tune-up. Nope, we don't have enough operators. Feels bad. Oh, I need to separate this now. So this goes like this. This goes like that. And then we go like this. And then this has no power as it should. This gets removed now. And then we remove that. And then this transformer needs to be removed as well. Clean. What's cooling this? This room? This building. This is the AETN, if you don't know what this is. This is a building that cools down the area around the building. Kind of like a space heater, but working in reverse. Space heater adds heat. This reduces heat until it gets to minus 173. So it's just an opposite target temperature. Space Heater goes up to 100. I think it's 75. And this goes down to 173. So it's, you know, inverse cooling, or inverse heating. Now, to make this more effective, we're running a polluted water line that's literally powerless. It's literally just a loop. And by taking the cold energy here, we could spread it out, which is going to be how we're cooling everything down. I need to sweep the brine ice right here. I really should. How does the reverse transformer setup work? Okay, so the transformer, if you don't know what this is a one-way gate. A one-way gate means if you ever drive on a road, right? This is your road, and if I do a one-way facing this way, right? It goes into the road, but you can't have the road leave into the one-way. So that means that you could use this as a way to distribute power. So the transformers, normally what you would do is you would have your power generators, right? You would have these right here. That connects to a power line. And then this power line, because it's a heavy watt, can't go through walls, right? You can't have that go through tiles, right? It gets stopped by the tiles. So what you do instead is add this to transformers. The transformers take it to the top line, always to the top, right? There's two inputs, the top line and the bottom line. If you feed it to the top line, you're taking power away from your generators, and you're feeding it out to a smaller wire. This allows you to convert a thicker wire to a thinner wire so that it could go through walls properly, and of course, to make it so that it's less dead core penalty. Now, the transformers work like that normally, but you could actually flip the transformer for a different reason. The transformers, because they act like a one-way, like I said before, you could actually add in a power line like this. That's a smaller line and have it go to a thicker line, right? Because of how the power lines have to be the same type of power, you can never have something like this and actually work. A power line that's two different types of lines. You have to always have the same type of line. So conductive with conductive, regular wire with regular wire, and then heavy watt with heavy watt. Right? You can never have these merge. And if you do want to merge them, you have to use a transformer. So in that regard, you could also have a thin wire become a heavy wire if that's what you want. Now, the situation for this is for anything that generates power, right? So you could use a generator that way. Now, there's no point of using a generator that way because it doesn't really make sense. Instead, this is for something like a solar panel or for a steam turbine. Something that generates power that's not going to be controlled by automation. Yes, you could control it with automation, but there's a secondary condition where you have to have sunlight for a solar panel and you have to have hot steam for a steam turbine. The problem with this is that since you have to wait for the heat, you're kind of just want to capture the energy anytime you can. So you would have this like this. Steam turbines cooling down the steam and you get power. Have that go in a conductive wire, feed that into a transformer, and that feeds power back into your system. So as an example, we have one of those. We have these two steam turbines right here. It's connected on a conductive wire by itself because 850 plus 850 is 1700, which is right under 2000 watts if this was at max power. And then this wire goes backwards. It looks the same because it does work both ways. But the moment it hits a transformer, it feeds to the top end and then the power goes back into the system. So this transformer is feeding out to the other transformers and the smart batteries. So that's how the reverse transformer setup works. It's basically a flip transformer so that it pulls power from a steam turbine back into the power grid. Normally, it's going to be either a steam turbine or a solar panel. Not much else, since other things can be disabled and you give it the resource it needs. Hope that helps. Hope that made sense. And let me know if you have any more questions. Okay, so we're back to here. This needs to be built, but because of the doors opening all the time, they're not allowing it to be built. We need the door here. Dude, they're just standing there. All right, let's stop doing this. Nothing here that's too important. All right, so we do this. I probably want to get a ladder like that so I could reach it. I need to lock this door, and I also need to lock that door when I can. Let's get everything here to max priority as well. This is kind of important. Question, you glorious brainy person. What pipe can I use in the outflow of a metal refinery? Everything just break in seconds. So when you're running into an issue where your pipeline breaks on the exit of your metal refinery, that's a user error. Pipes don't break. Pipes are actually indestructible. And we know that because there's no such thing as overheat temperature. So that means the only way a pipe breaks is A, it melts, meaning that you get over the melting point. Now, if you do melt the pipe just disappears. There's no damaged pipes or anything like that. So if you have a damaged pipe, normally that usually means one thing is happening, and that is state change. If we look at water, right, this is a common medium used for the metal refinery for a lot of new players. I need a liquid so that we could use it to boil the metals and make that refined. Of course, that means we want to gravitate towards water. So looking at the water, if you heat up the water over 99 degrees, and that can happen very quickly and maybe even one smelt pattern, you basically make steam. If you put a gas or a liquid that has hot enough temperature to become a gas and it enters a pipeline, it damages it to the point where it breaks. And then it releases steam in the area, and then the area is also going to be hot. Normally, your metal refinery is not going to be that hot. If it is really red right here, that normally means you might have had some steam breakout, release, and then your dupes repaired it. So the easiest way to understand how that actually happens, click on the metal refinery, and then you have your contents at the bottom. You're going to be normally up here. You want to scroll down, and you can see the temperature of the liquid inside. If you have polluted water, like I do, right, you could see the temperature that it's at, and you know that polluted water, because you have it right here, boils at 120 degrees. Now, what you want to do is second is you want to click on the metal that you want to make, and then you want to hover over right here, heat. If you actually hover over it, you get a tooltip. It will tell you how much heat is going to be dumped in relative to the element that you choose. So that means if I make aluminum, my 14 Celsius polluted water will heat up by 27 degrees, and this goes up to 41 degrees. So that's in the safe range, but that's, fine. But if I were to make something like steel, what generates the most amount of heat in the game, in a metal refinery, I believe, it heats up the polluted water by 56 degrees Celsius. So because of that, you have to be weary of whatever it is you're using on the inside contents. Now, if you're kind of sad that the contents that you have, like maybe you want to make steel, right? But steel adds 56 degrees, you might realize that, oh no, my water is already too warm and it's not going to work. It's going to break my pipes. You have the empty storage button right here and releases everything inside the contents into the overworld. So that way you could change out the medium that you're using if you want to do that. Make sure to also change your pipes before you do that, because if your pipes are full, it's not going to help because it's going to refill up anyways. So what you want to do is have a couple of things. Wow, it calculates that now? I'm going to hover over everything. No, that's been in there since the base game. Fried PB&J, I'm sorry, man. That's been there since the base game. That has always been there. I'm so sad that you never knew that, man. Feels bad. Yeah, it's always been there. I've done this in the base game before the DLC came out. You have to click on the recipe, hover over heats, and it tells you how much heat you're going to add. So the question is, so you should use polluted from kiwi? No. You need to use something that's cool enough for this. Now, a lot of the times, that means you're going to either have to have a cool water source, and then there's a lot of things you could do with the output. I'm doing a cold geyser loop that should be pretty popular for people that play this game. You make it infinite storage, like I do right here. Anytime we spawn the minus 10 degree polluted water, it spills into the 5 tiles right here. If I look at the mass, we have 60 tons, 70, 90 tons per tile, 80 tons, 80, 90, 60, 60, 70, right? So that's what, 300 something tons of polluted water. I'm actually pumping the water into the metal refinery, and then I'm dripping it back in to the infinite storage. So you know what I'm doing? I'm using the cold water, and then I dip it back in, because 800 kilograms of polluted water is not going to heat up 300 tons of polluted water. So I could actually do this forever, and it's barely going to increase the temperature of the polluted water. I think I've made 20 tons of steel already. I have 13 already, and I used a lot for the bunker doors up top. So it's actually not that bad. And my water went from -10 to +14. So, you know, this is an easy way to do it. Someone's starving. Neil's, you okay, man? Yeah, he just needs to get back home. Now, there's another strat where if you have water specifically, you could use the water for the meta refinery, and then you heat it up. What you could do is take the output hot water and feed it to your electrolyzers. Because your electrolyzers are always going to give you oxygen at 70 degrees or hotter, right? At least 70 degrees or hotter. So what you could do is have the water be at exactly 70 degrees. So you might be pumping in 20-degree water, and then it heats it up by 56, goes up to 76, and then it feeds into the electrolyzers. The oxygen temperature is going to be about the same. So if you didn't know, it says at least 70. That means if you have water fed to this that's hotter than 70 degrees, the oxygen is going to scale appropriately. That means if I take a hot saltwater geyser at 95, right, and I feed that into a electrolyzer, the oxygen is going to come out at 95. Now, if I feed colder water than 70, it will still come out at 70 though. So 70 is the minimum. And then anything hotter than 70 adds heat to the oxygen. So keep that in mind when you do that, if that matters. But that is another option. Another design that I'm a fan of, that I actually don't plan on building on this playthrough, that I should, is it's doing this. You could actually convert the meta refinery to a power source. And you might be wondering, what? Did legit just say power source? What are you even talking about? So we went on steel heats up polluted water by 56 degrees, right? If you didn't know, this value or that number of 56 is determined by your polluted water. And your polluted water has a specific heat capacity of 4.176. Come on, man, where's polluted water? 4.179. So that value is actually what dictates how much heat in degrees Celsius you dump to the liquid. So if you choose something with a wide range but low specific heat capacity, and that something could be crude oil, because crude oil goes from -40 to +400. By doing this wide range and by having low specific heat capacity of 1.69, you actually get around 137 degrees Celsius added to the crude oil. And guess what? That's pretty hot, to the point where you could run that in radiant pipes in a steam turbine room and have that be extracted for power. And yes, fried PB&J, you're exactly right. So there is a design that I like to use. I have a YouTube video that goes over that as well on my YouTube channel, where you could use your crude oil setup and pump that into a reservoir like this. So you could hold more crude oil, so you could do like multiple processes while waiting for the first line to cool down, and then you get free power. Now, because the steam turbine is power based and it caps out at 200 degrees, you could actually boil your oil hotter than 200 degrees very easily, because it adds 137. So you could just have the oil minimum temperature be at, let's say, 100 degrees. You put the oil into the meta refinery, comes out at 237. That is hot enough to give you maximum steam turbine power. And then that's going to be per bubble of oil. Each bubble is 10 kilograms. So that 800 kilograms, you really use 400 of it. So that 800 is two processes. One process, 400 kilograms, you get 40 bubbles at 200 degrees running in a radiant pipe. And then just going to cycle in until it cools down. By doing it like that, you get a lot of power. And it's very lucrative. I like doing it. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's pretty strong IMO. But yeah, there's a lot of ways to deal with it. So it's up to you. I recommend, though, if you're just doing it temporarily, you just do a loop like this and just take the water, drop it back in. Make sure you monitor the contents, and you should be fine. But there's a lot of different ways to do it. There's probably a lot of meds that I didn't mention as well. Basically, before steam turbines, you need a continuous supply of coolish water or polluted water. After turbines, you use naphtha or petroleum coolant in the loop. Yes, grid stop, exactly right. Hi, legit. Does auto sweepers take gas canisters, or do I need a mod for that? They should take gas canisters, yes. Unless you're talking about something else. They will pick off the gas canister off the floor, yes. But if you're talking about the canister filler, I am not sure. If you're using this to get bottles of any type of gas and you want to auto sweep that, I am not 100% if that works. Hope that helps, Arwen. Sorry for the late response. Remember to only use water at or above 20 degrees. If it's colder, it actually generates heat overall. But if water is between 20 and 70, it's net negative. Oh, I see you, DOA. Smart idea. I never did the calculations for that. That makes sense. What is that ice block? Ah, this ice block is my freezer. So you might be wondering, I don't have a lot of calories. How am I storing my food? Right here. So my food has no decay, 0, 0. And that's because we have deep freeze and sterile atmosphere. Funny thing is, this is a vacuum. So there's no gas present. So we just have food on a tile and it's just chilling there. Now, because it's a vacuum though, the temperature never drops, right? Because there is no heat transfer in a vacuum. That's a property of how vacuums work. Now, second property, vacuums are also a sterile environment, which makes sense. There's nothing there, so there's no microbes to, to decay the food. And what we do is we run the rail behind the ice block. And guess what? We're running ethanol at 69 degrees because that's a nice temperature. And we're freezing the food that way. So what we do is we have a kitchen. Any raw food comes in through here. And the duplicants allow access. And they will deliver all the raw food. The raw food goes into the freezer. And then once it's cold enough, it goes into this tile. This tile is not reachable by any of the dupes. They can't climb up and grab that, so we avoid the infinite loop. Now afterwards, the food here is within range of the auto sweeper. So anytime the grills need to have food be cooked and there's nothing in the contents, we'll sweep from there and then, Zandroff, the chef, is gonna cook us some nice sweet barbecue. Good stuff, good stuff. Thank you, Zandroff. Once the barbecue is done, it goes into the processed line. And then the barbecue that's at 20 degrees right here is going to go through, freeze, and come out cold. You can see it comes out at 52 degrees. After that's ready, that's going to be ready for the dupes to eat. And then they can just eat it right there. So that's the ice block. We just filled this up with water. This is all literally just ice. And then we froze it by running radiant pipes on top. A lot of people don't know this. You could entomb the rails because it's the same thing as running it through the tiles. And it works perfectly fine. Right? But yeah, that's a good strat. Because if you don't know, when you have a rail inside of a tile, the tile to rail heat transfer is very strong. So the entombed rail setup in the ice is a very strong technique. I'd recommend it. Need a mod for that since they work like liquid bottles? Interesting. Thank you. As soon as it all sinks into my thick head, I will solve the problem. Let me know, man, if you need help, Kiwi. I got you. Felt like I'm in class for a second. I got you. I'm sorry if I bored you guys. I just know too much about the game that I could talk about this forever. Sorry, guys. Hope you guys enjoy Oni. Hope you guys enjoy learning about the game. My weakness is heat management. Can I have a quick tip on a vid to start on your YouTube? Cooling. Okay. So are you looking for active cooling or you're cooling down something specific? I guess it would be the question I would have to ask. Because if you're doing active cooling so that you could cool down your base, I don't do that. So what I do instead is I cool down my oxygen. So my oxygen comes in hot. I actually run a cold box radiator that I control on an aqua tuner right here. I have it at 22 degrees. So my oxygen is going to be a little bit colder than 22. And it comes out at a consistent temperature. You can see that every single bubble is at 17. And because it's at a low temperature, I use that cold oxygen to maintain temperature of my base. The cold oxygen is all I do. And then I don't use active cooling. I instead use the aqua tuner for cooling out specific rooms for specific buildings. So that's what I do. You don't have to copy that, but it's pretty good. Because you just cool down the oxygen, and because you want to cool that down anyways. And that bring that inside, and that cools down your base. Hope that helps. But depends on what you're trying to cool. Oh, if you want to, so grid stop says something. If you already have superheated water inside of your contents and you have a broken pipe, there's a strat for that. If you didn't know, I don't want to get into it. It's a little bit complicated, but if you want to learn about that, we could talk about that as well. So there's a weird rule inside of how the contents work, and if you hit empty storage. But yeah, I could save you guys if you guys don't know how that works. I've set up an auto sweeper for picking up canisters in a suit tank, but it does not pick up and deliver. Oh, huh. And you could only deliver that to a canister emptier, right? This is the only thing you could deliver to, the canister emptier. So you got both this and an auto sweeper and it doesn't work. Yeah, it might not work. It just might not work. I have set up an auto sweeper. Oh, yeah, yeah. Looks cool. Got you, Abdullah. Yeah, I've sealed the room till it cools over time. Oh, man, good luck. Do you automate your grills? How do you manage the auto sweeper? So basically, my food is on forever. Anytime it's available, I cook it so that we have it stored. Because it's infinite storage and it's never going to rot, I literally want to have as much food cooked as I can. Since it's never going to deteriorate, there's no point of keeping it raw. So we just have it cooked on forever on specific meals. Right now it's barbecue and cooked seafood. Both of those are basically food of choice. Nice temperature, only way to do it. Water is already inside a refinery without cool down, unfortunately. Yes, but there's a weird strat to that if you want to learn. It's a weird strat. I don't know why the game does it like that, but it does work. I love this game. It's a challenge for me. I have TBI, so numbers make no sense. Gotcha. Sorry about that. I was confusing you then, Kiwi. just know that, yeah, oil is cool because you could heat it up really hot before it starts becoming a gas. That's basically it. Oh, my cat's awake. You blew up my head. I'm sorry, man. Got it. My uncooled spawn. Yes. Uncooled spawn will bop you very easily. Oh, it doesn't work for DLC. That mod feels bad. It happens. Hopefully, it'll get some support in time. Okay, so we need to do the design here still. And I want to do this for you guys. So I got to do this ASAP. I need to drop exactly one bottle. I will also grab the power wire like this, just because I know I'll need it. And then I'll also grab the pump right here. Because we might as well have that, you know, drip out into the bottom of the map right here. I hear you, baby. You doing all right. My kitty cat wants some attention. Have you guys met Mamba? Have you guys met the cutest cat in the world? Have you guys met the little babies? Look at him. He's trying to get my attention. He's just rolling on the floor. He's like, hey. Let me get some head rubs. All right, baby, come here. Oh, baby. That's Mamba. He's a cutie pie. He's just very demanding, and he wants his back rubs. He's like, why'd you stop? Hey, man. I let you rub my belly. He's kind of mad that I stopped rubbing him. Hey, babies. Stand up, baby. Baby, stand up. Baby, stand up. Hi, Mamba. We'll give you attention later. That's the Mamba. Mamba's awesome. And he is the mascot behind my emote. If you guys ever wondering why there's a cat meowing, why there's certain things that you guys hear, Mamba's usually going to be the reason why. Alright, so this is good. After we finish this, we could turn this off. Alright, so we need naphtha on this tile specifically for this to work. All right, and then the next gas is right here. So we actually should do it here. And I need to do... It's probably this tile. It's kind of jank. We need to put a bottle emptier here. Priority 9. I need to get liquid here, and then I need to hope we get polluted oxygen in sequence. So this needs to be deconstructed. That's actually pretty important. This is priority 9. Let's go, let's go. And then it's technically this tile. It doesn't need to be insulated. Regular tile. Alright, we need to get this tile, and then we have to capture this later. This has to be naphtha. And we're going to show you guys how we crack into this. Alright, it's really just this tile. If the CO2 comes in and it falls down, we're good. And it doesn't matter which second gas we get. The CO2 doesn't want to fall down, though. Feels bad. It falls down all the way around. Alright, we're good. This is done. Turn that off. Oh, polluted oxygen. That's it. We're done. That's it. Oh my god, let's go. Alright, now we just need to close everything else out. Alright, so what we're building right now is something known as infinite storage. And what we're doing is we're doing a controlled spill. So we have a 240 tons of naphtha here that we're going to control spill out. And we have infinite storage, so this is all we need for that. And then we have the liquid lock so that we're all good. So all we have to do is crack this tile. We're going to dig down this way and then just do that. The liquids are not going to move. These gases aren't going to move because the liquids can't move. And then speed this up. All right, time to get out. Time to get out. Time to lock the door. So what's going to start happening is it's going to start cracking. You can see that there's a little bit of a opaque line showing up now, but it's hard to tell because of how the bitumen and the coal actually look like. You can start to see a little bit more stress marks. You could start to see it. Can someone lock this ASAP before it becomes a problem? No! What? Dude, what are you doing? Can you not lock this from the outside? There we go. Oh, thank God. Why did you walk inside to lock that? To try to lock yourself in? My dupes, dude. I can't believe they did that. Because they're a dupe, I know. Alright, so this is breaking from pressure damage. You can't tell, but it's going to break very soon. Alright, let me grab the new printable so I don't miss it. And then, let's go. So what's going to happen is this is going to break. And now these airflow tiles right here are a little bit too strong. It might break here, though. I might need a tile right here. Kind of funny. And then since this is liquid, since this is gas, it doesn't actually have any liquids on these two tiles. And then I am good, so I don't need my blueprint anymore. This is going to break very soon. Can we get this built, though? Elthar. There it is. So it's breaking. So the naphtha breaks, and then it's starting to spill out right here. And then now we have something called infinite spill. So this fills up, and then all we do now is wait. It's going to basically just spill into here nonstop. So all the naphtha is basically going to spill out. We just got to wait. So this animation is what we're looking for. The rolling animation with the liquids off the ledge teleports from this tile to this tile. When that happens, the gases in the way don't get crushed. Instead, they hold down the liquid from actually pushing up and pushing out. So this is the infinite liquid spill. You could use this design to tap into the heavy liquid pockets like this and have an easy time. As you can see, it's an easy time. We're already at 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 kilograms per tile. Look at it this way so it's easier to look at. It's pretty good. We're doing pretty good. So we just wait. It's all going to spill into here. And then we'll cap it after we're done. Any questions, you guys, about the infinite liquid spill? Otherwise, man, hopefully this was helpful for you guys in your playthroughs. Alright, so what's the temperature down here? It's still about 160. As long as we're able to cool it down, that's really the plan. We just need to cool down the pockets. Now, this is mined out. We probably want to start mining this out as well. And then we're going to work our way down and start cooling down this pocket as well. Fun times. The museum here is about to renovate. I think they've gutted all the displays and let the artists go in and go nuts. It's so cool. One of the art pieces has a dupe suffocating. Someone went in a museum and put the dupes in. That's actually classic, Dan. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's a classic. That's a classic. Alright, so we're chilling here. Everything's worked out. Alright, so how far are we from Radbolt? It's databanks and material study terminal, which I should be okay. We're getting the rad bolts topping off every time. Can't complain. So all we need to do is start doing databanks again. Nice, nice. Shouldn't be too bad. Power is actually good, so I think next stream we're going to make transit tubes. Transit tubes are going to be pretty sweet for us, I think. We're going to want to have the tubes for the plastic. And guys, with that, I think this is going to be a great stop to wrap things up for the night. Saturday. Hope you guys enjoy it. But I think this is a good stopping point. So of course, guys, next time we're going to add in a transit tube. We're going to start cooling down the right side and have Pips plant some notch beans. And then maybe get a sleet wheat farm. I'll probably have to stop it here so that we have space for the volcano tamer. And then I'm thinking about moving my suit dog to a higher location, but I will have to mine out the ice up here. You know, we'll think about it, how we want to set that up, because this location is pretty redundant. I would rather have the suits like right here, so they could leave to the top, and this goes to the bottom. Be a little bit more convenient that way. Let's put that there. But yeah, wait for the autosave lag. Should be good, should be good. And the infinite spill is good. We're already at 15 tons per tile. Man, that was fast. This pushes out the liquid pretty fast. Okay, let's get that saving.